Yeah. Let's go.
Cameras, because the one thing I don't want to do is record people. Second song I'm going to talk to you guys about. Shout out to my guy Eric Bellinger. If you guys know Eric Bellinger, you feeling it? Now I got to do it again. You feeling it? Wiggling it out. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Yeah, okay. What happens if I walk like this, guys? Yeah, if I walk like this, you know. I'm so new. So I have two 10-pound weights, and I am going, I don't know if it's capturing it well, but team, I would tell my team, hey, don't do those type of trends, because that's not cute. You guys are young ladies. You got to respect each other. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Kennedy Lucas Live Mindset podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so very much. This is the primetime show, one of the primetime shows that you guys love to watch. You know, we're a couple episodes in now, and I'm very, very excited. I'm happy about what we're doing with the podcast, and you guys love the fitness. Let me tell you, we got a jam-packed show for y'all. I wanted to switch the intro up a little bit. We are outside the gym. Shout out to Crunch Duluth for allowing me to film my episodes here. It's been a delight. It's been a blessing. It's been humbling. Let me tell you guys something. This is a gym that you want to join. Again, Crunch in general, they've got promotions out left and right. They've got a lot of things going on when it comes down to the enrollment and joining a gym. Let me tell you, we are shifting away from summer season and we're getting into the fall season. So again, it is fall season, it's pumpkin spice season. It's a lot of seasons going on within Crunch. So again, guys, let me tell you, this is the moment where you want to join a gym really, but join Crunch, because the environment is so surreal. This gym I love because I run into a lot of colleagues that I work closely with. You guys know, besides podcasting, I work in technology. I am an information technology technician support. So I run to a lot of IT people here that work alongside with me. So this is just kind of like a great community, a great family. And I've got a great show. I've got a great packed show. I got some things I want to talk to you guys about. It's a beautiful Saturday. So I want to say, if you are happening to inhabit this amazing weather, check out this amazing weather. It's sunny outside. I actually biked over here. I biked over here to the gym and brought the equipment. So very, very exciting. Let's get to it. This is the Kennedy Lucas Live Mindset podcast. We hope that you guys enjoy this episode. And this episode was powered and presented by iHeartMedia. That's one of our sponsors and one of our partners for distribution. And iHeart, they just got something right. So let's get into this workout. Hey, so welcome. Kennedy Lucas Live Mindset podcast, presented and powered by iHeartMedia. All right, so of course I got to do my warm-ups, you know. So a lot of people did ask me, what days do I record the episode? Today is Saturday. I record the episode on Saturday because there's less people here on Saturdays and people don't get weirded out about the cameras. And I'm blessed and highly favored to present this show for you guys today. We got a great topics on today's show. So happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. If you guys seen it, we talked about seeing some colleagues on the show. And if you guys know, you know, I work with a lot of IT professionals. I am an IT professional, and it gets me excited when it comes down to, you know, seeing colleagues that I actually do like and love and to really rock with. And it's humbling. It's a great experience. It's all around a great experience. So what's been going on? If you guys seen it last night, because I think I'm gonna air this episode on Sunday night. So last night, I'm officially back with Coffee Talk presented by Spotify. And I'm going to rehash what I said last night's episode on that podcast show. I'm learning to not lose my spark because a lot of my family members and friends, they love the show. And like, for an example, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, Jake, shout out to you. Jake loves the show. And I just can't quit it. So let me show y'all a workout that I'm doing, if I can get a good shot. This is new, simple but new. So I have two 10-pound weights, and I am going, I don't know if it's capturing it well, but I'm doing what's called the arm twist. So I have two 10-pound weights, I'm standing up straight, and I'm going like, this is so simple, y'all, but let me tell you why this works. Because if you can see it, if the camera's catching it, my veins are popping out a little bit more. My arms are killing me right now. This hurts, but I'm doing kind of a twist to allow my biceps and the vein in my arms pop out a little bit more. So this is something new. It's simple. This is a great starter. It's not something that, you know, it's gonna take strenuous. Some people can do it with a bigger weight. I'm not there yet. So, back to what I was saying. Jake, along with a lot of other family and friends and whatnot, they enjoy my shows. So I'm learning to not lose my spark. So I'm gonna continue on as much as I can, podding for you guys and giving y'all a great show, because that is my mission. That is the mission that I have. So it is one of those things that I love doing. And I genuinely enjoy podcasting. And, you know, podcasting for me started back in 2015. So we're 10 plus years in now, podcasting for you guys. So I hope that you guys love what we do, you know. And the new episode of Ned McCain is out. Ned McCain is out with a new episode. First and foremost, I want to say thank y'all so very much for the love and support of that show. That show is one of those things that I am happy about. I'm happy that it's working out the way that we want it to. I'm happy that it is very successful. It's a spicy show. It's a very, very spicy show. It's not rated it's not rated PG or G. It's rated MATV for the adults. So if you are an adult, you're gonna watch the show. Ned McCain is a show, a spirited show that is kind of, I don't wanna say it was a fantasy of me, but Ned McCain is a fictional character that I wrote that is a part of my personality, I would say. I think it's part of, you know, another personality that I have in my mind, right? Ned McCain is a character that sometimes I wish I was, but I'm glad that I wrote him and wrote the characters, right? So I'm happy about it. I truly hope you guys enjoy the show because it is a great show, drama-filled series. It is out and available, and I couldn't be more happy. So that show's out. Love it. Watch it. Listen. Don't let your kids listen to it because it is an adult show. There are some sex scenes that you'll hear in the show because I wrote it, right? Not in a perverted way, but that's just the show. So that's just how we do it, and that's how we roll. I'm gonna switch the cameras because the one thing I don't want to do is record people. And you know, because last week I did my my wagon push, and two ladies got in my shot, and luckily they didn't flag me for it, but I don't want to film females doing their workout. I say to a lot of people who go to the gym, don't film females working out. You don't want to come off as a pervert, right? So we're going to swap the camera around. So stay tuned. A part of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm just, I'm talking to myself, and people look like I'm talking to myself. I'm not crazy. I have a mic on. But a part of the conversation that I want to have to a lot of people. Here's the conversation that I'm going to ask you guys. The topic of conversation, we're going to be talking about vehicles and whips. How much you would spend on a car note. that is a question that us adults need to have, right? So the question now becomes, the question that I'm going to ask everybody on this podcast show today: what characterizes a car to be luxury? So, what car is a luxury vehicle? What describes a luxury vehicle? Is it a Mercedes? Is it a BMW? Is it an Audi? So I'm here to say, my honest answer, none of those cars to me are luxury vehicles. Controversial, right? What characterizes as a luxury vehicle? It's luxury that you have a car. It's luxury that you're able to have a car to take you to point A to point B. See, a lot of young folks, and myself included, now I'm only 30 years old, so that's kind of young to me, but a lot of young folks, they get confused because they think, oh, I got a Mercedes, I got a BMW, I'm luxury, right? And I'm not hating on those people who have Mercedes-Benz and BMWs. Let me tell you. There's this TikTok video that's going viral. And the TikTok video that's going viral is this woman who think a Kia K5 or a Kia Telluride is not luxury. Let me tell you something. Those rides are luxury because you got a car that you can depend on. Now, I've seen the K5s, I've seen the Tellurides, I've seen them. They're nice. Their interior is nice. They got a dashboard that's long. They got some real good colors. Like those cars are good. Don't get me wrong. But that car was not meant to be characterized as a luxury vehicle. Now, that lady that said that the Kias are not luxury vehicles, let's be honest, she's driving a BMW X3 base model, right? So it's a little bit of an older model. I think a vehicle is luxury if you don't have a car note, a high car note. A lot of people have those high car notes, and people pay that them high ass car notes. So if you pay those high car notes, hey, more power to you. I think all cars, in my humble opinion, they're all luxury vehicles because you are able to have a car in the driveway to allow you to go to work. I think a lot of people have to stop trying to fake rich. If you guys know what fake rich means to me, is people flaunting their nice things when they really can't afford it. Because honestly, there's a lot of people who buy these very high-end $100,000, $200,000 vehicles, knowing damn well they can't pay that car note because it's a flex for social media. So now, and I'll get it, you know, a lot of these modern cars like the Toyota, the Nissans, hell, even the Mazdas, because hey, I'm part of the Mazda club because I do have a Miata. Those cars are getting luxurious and looking really good, but you're not paying an arm and leg for it, right? Those cars to me are luxury vehicles because they're looking and they're upgrading the technology in that, and then you're not having a high-ass car note with a high-ass interest rate. See, some people also fall into, okay, if I get a Mercedes-Benz, I need to put down $20,000 to grab it with a 23% interest rate. That's not a smart move. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna put y'all on game for a minute, because if you don't know about interest rates on a car, you do not want to pay no more than approximately 6 to 7% on an interest rate. Even that's high, in my opinion. If you got a Mercedes-Benz and you paying a 23% interest rate on that vehicle, and you had to spend $20,000 as a down payment, and now your monthly car note is $900, $1,000, over $1,000, you're not really making the smart financial decision, right? So that's what I think. That's what I think. I think a lot of people should, and I think a lot of people do this, they don't care what type of vehicle that you drive. I think a lot of people don't care about if you may not be driving a Mercedes, you may not be driving a BMW or an Audi, and then you have people to shame you for that. Now, I'm here to say, because I'm not afraid to say the kind of car that I have, I do have a 2025 model Mazda Miata. I don't pay a lot in a car note. And it's a 2-seater sport. It comes down, right? That's luxury to me. And I also have a motorcycle too. So I would rather, if a car costs $90,000, $100,000, I would rather have a base car that is a newer model. You want the newer model, right? A base car that costs between $40,000 and $50,000, approximate. And my bicycle, I'll say it's the bicycle's worth $10,000. I didn't pay $10,000. Of course, I got the low discount, the great discount, and pay really, really low for it. But that's besides the point. I would rather have those two vehicles. Let's say $40,000 vehicle, $50,000 vehicle. We'll say that the bike costs 10 grand, or it didn't cost me 10 grand, but it's worth 10 grand. So now you're at approximately $60,000 for two vehicles, versus a luxury vehicle like a Mercedes-Benz that's $125,000. See how the math is math in there? I have two vehicles for a low price versus one vehicle for a high price, but it's more the brand name you're paying for. And don't get me started on maintenance. That's one of the things I was looking at when I saw the Miata. Hey, maintenance. A lot of people pay a lot of money in maintenance if you got a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW. You looking at a good $5,000, $10,000 maintenance plan for that vehicle versus your base model that's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg to grab. So I only say that in this segment because I want people to be financially literate. I want people to be smart with their money. You can't control what people spend with their money because it's their money, but I want them to understand and be smart with their money, right? And for that young lady that says that Kias are not luxury vehicles, fuck that. People care about a car if they're able to get to work on time. Doesn't matter if it's a Kia, doesn't matter if it's a Mazda, doesn't matter if it's a Nissan or a Toyota. The luxury in itself is you have a car. Because let me tell you, I might just be ranting here, but let me tell you, having a car is luxury. You'd be surprised how many people don't have vehicles. There's a lot of people in the state of Georgia and around the world that don't have vehicles. Sadly enough, because they can't afford it, right? So if you got a vehicle, that is the luxury part of it. You have a vehicle in your driveway. So damn it, we've got to stop shaming people for going for the Kias and saying that it's not a luxury vehicle. Who gives a flying fuck about a luxury brand or a marketing brand that you're paying so much for that logo because it's a status symbol? People who care about brands like Mercedes and BMW, again, no shade on the BMWs because my mama got a BMW, but you're paying for that brand. And if you can afford it, sure, but it's just a brand, it's just a car, right? I think a lot of people just like the mentality has to change a little bit, and people don't have the right mentality with money and what they choose to spend on. So, like I say, that young lady's argument is a little bit invalid. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people just got to understand it. So, that's all I got to say on this segment. Hey. 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 Damn. Man, why ladies be looking so mad? I swear, ladies be looking so pissed off, y'all. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Shit. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kennedy Lucas Lift Mindset Podcast, powered and presented by Our Heart Media. Today's a great day here in the gym. They got some sort of cat yoga going on, and those cats look really, really nice. Hopefully, maybe I can get a film shot of that, maybe, if they don't get too scared, weirded out about it, you know. Okay, so we move on to the next segment of the podcast, and this is an exercise that I showed last week. This is the football press, is what I say. What is what I call it. You're gonna get down like you're gonna do like down, set up, and you're gonna put a quarterback to, you know. But that's not what we're doing. We're not playing football. We're lifting the tire, you know, lifting the tire and doing it at a fast, rapid rate, and getting low and squat down on, you know, your knees. So I'm gonna show you how I do this again for this episode, and of course we've got a new segment for the show I like to call it is a music review. So if you guys like music like as much as I am, I'm a big music enthusiast, right? I'm a big music enthusiast. You know, I like to, let me tell you, I like to get down and boogie in the gym, right? A dude last week said, Kennedy, you get down and boogie in the gym. And I like to, you know, get down and boogie in the gym just a little bit, right? Just loosen your body up. I like to do the Chris Brown, the Usher. I don't know what this one is, but I know this one. And also, I also like to do another grand gesture when it comes down to it. I'll also like to do what's called, I like to do like one of these, just a little bit, you know, just like the wiggle, you know, that's old school. A lot of young folks don't know that one. So anyway, we're gonna do the down set hat position, and I'm gonna talk about some music, new music for me. There's actually 2 new musics that I've been listening to. So maybe we can talk about both of them, because why not? But let me do this exercise first. And this is the down set hat position. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Uh-oh. Okay, coming back to y'all. Hey. Yes. We got it. We got it. What they got? Oh, shit. Yeah, buddy. You feeling it? You feeling it? Now I gotta do it again. You feeling it? Wiggling it out. Okay, 2 music reviews. As I take a deep breath here. One song, the song is not new, right? And the song, it's on Ned McCain, episode 2, audio series. Listen to it. Written, directed, and produced by me, Kennedy Lucas. It's called Damage. It's called Damage by Maya. It goes, you could do damage. So, oh, don't trip, baby. So Maya, artist. Maya, doesn't matter how old Maya gets. She could be 50, 60, 70. She's still gonna look fine, right? Maya is an R&B singer, artist, if you will. And she's good. So that song is good. Listen to it. Basically, the song is about a dude that could do damage to a girl because he's a heartbreaker. He's a heartbreaker at heart, but he loves the girl, but you know, he cheats on the girl. He has fantasies about the girl. He can't get over the girl. And the same thing with Maya. She can't get over the dude that she is crushing on. Because at the end of the song, she whispers, "Oh, you're so fucking fine." And Maya is fine, now don't get me wrong. So that's what happens when it comes down to that song, You Can Do Damage. Damage. I saw the music video. Pretty sexy in the music video. So, very good song. You can do damage. And then at the end, she's like, "You're gonna hurt somebody's feelings." I've been damaged before. I remember when a girl broke my heart, ladies and gentlemen, and when she did, I got over it. But I'm never gonna forget it. I would never forget that one girl that got away and broke my heart for the very worst. I was thinking about the girl a lot. Maybe because I'm just weird. Maybe it's because I got a personality. Maybe because I'm a podcaster. Who knows? But down said hut. Whoop. Hey. Hey. Okay. Oh, wait. One more. Okay. The second song I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Shout out to my guy, Eric Bellinger. If you guys know Eric Bellinger, he's on the Chris Brown tour right now. And I seen Eric Bellinger, Tank, and Mario doing backup to Chris Brown. Makes sense. This next music I'm gonna talk about, Eric Bellinger, Time for Love. Time for Love. Time for Love is a song about Eric Bellinger talking about, hey, it's time for me to love up on you, girl. And then a part of the song's like, she's like, why you ain't with your guys? I'd rather be with you. She said, what you gonna eat tonight? I said, you. Eric Bellinger. So Time for Love is out. It's an amazing song. I think that's one of his new ones. Eric Bellinger is one of those artists that kind of gets overlooked because he's not an independent, but I wish Eric Bellinger had more push, right? I like all his albums. I like him as an R&B singer, but I just wish he had a little bit more of a push when it comes down to his artistry and his music. And when he's not getting the push that he needs, you know, he's out there, but he's not out there, right? If you're trying to compare Eric Bellinger and Tank or Eric Bellinger and Chris Brown, you know, you can't really fight that out. But what you can do is put him against an independent R&B artist. I think Eric Bellinger is like Vito. You guys know Vito? Vito's my guy. He's one of my guys, man. So Time for Love by Eric Bellinger is one of those songs that, for me, I like listening to songs because of the lyrics, the beat, the harmony, the melody, the tempo, the beats per minute, the pitch. That's what I like to listen to, those type of music. And I like songs, R&B songs, and I'm not trying to get gross, but I like R&B songs that, you know, you want to make love to, right? Everybody wants to make love. You got to have the right song for it. And when you're able to have the right melody and the right pitch and the right harmony and making you go, ooh, you know, you want to get into it. You know? You want to get into it. You gotta make time for love, make time for love. You know, that's just a good hook, y'all. Just a good hook indeed. Uh-oh. Wow, this girl just was staring into my soul. Girls be looking, man, I tell you. Oh, she's still looking, look. Look, she knows what she's doing. That's so funny. So, again, Time for Love. It's good. It's good. Will it be on Ned McCain episode 3? Probably not, because we used Damage for episode 2 in Maya and we got flagged, so we probably won't be able to have this home. But it's available on Spotify. You guys take a listen if you want. You know, we do it. We do our thing, especially when the camera's rolling. The one thing I do in the gym too, in my mind, I say, you ain't tired. You ain't tired. I'm tired as hell though. All right, let me show y'all one more. It hurts, y'all, it hurts. The pain is killer. But in my mind, I sing this other song that I said last week is my embarrassing song. CeeLo Green, Kung Fu Fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. That thing was fast as lightning. You're a diamond in the rough, a very ball of pain. Be a work of art, but you have got to win. Sorry, that's a good song, y'all. Look, that's my embarrassing song that I listen to in the gym. Because it makes you want to go like, I don't know, it just makes you want to do something. All right. What happens if I walk like this, guys? Yeah, if I walk like this, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, my dog walked in front of the camera. I'm such a comedian. All right. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna do another segment. Stay tuned. I gotta put my music back in. I gotta do some crunches, but we'll be right back, all right? I'll freak you right, I will. Like you wonder if I ever made you feel. All right. Little CD. Little Chris Brown. A little Chris Brown. Chris Brown and Usher. Can't wait to see them in November. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the last segment of the podcast. We hope that everyone have been enjoying the episode. I try to, without busting my lip on this bar, I try to get the show to be, comical, funny, entertaining. I'm blessed and highly favored to do this show. Let me adjust my camera real quick. Hopefully no one knocks over the camera. And, because a lot of people don't like the camera. People don't like recording and other people recording in the gym. And I get it, I understand it, but you can't really stop it. People gonna do what they want to do, You can complain about it and cry about it, but you can't do nothing about it, So yeah, like I'm saying, I try to make the show comical and funny while I show you guys my workout routine. And I try to do different things. On each episode each week, I try not to do the same thing because it gets boring after a while, So, last segment of the show. I wanted to touch on this because this is a conversation that it's an ongoing conversation with me and my buddies, for sure. And it's an ongoing conversation that I've had to a lot of people about social media. TikTok and Instagram. I think there's too much of, and I'm guilty of it too, because Ned McCain is my new series that's out. I don't know, this weight might be too easy for me. Yeah, this weight's way too easy for me. Hold on. Let me go get a heavier weight. That's the thing. If the weight's too easy and you're not hurting, you're not really lifting. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oops, sorry. Give me a minute. Let's do a, let's do a 22.5er. I need something heavier than this. Something heavier than this, for sure. All right, so let's try it this way, Because like I say, if you're lifting and your weight's too easy, there you go. There's a challenge. So what I was saying, Instagram has a lot of, I want to say, explicit content that is a little bit appropriate for younger audience. What do I mean by that, you might ask? There's this song by 21 Savage, and I forgot the main artist's name. It's called WTF Going. And it goes, bah, 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 bah. And it's a good song, don't get me wrong, right? It's hip hop. I'm a big fan of hip hop music when it comes down to it. But here's the problem. Here's the gripe, here's the problem I have about that song. Now, we're in a social media world that when a new song is out, they have to go viral with the song. As a businessman and I got my master's in business, I know the business aspect of going viral with a song, a hit song, to get more traction. I understand that. But here's the problem. It's a lot of young ladies who, there's a trend from that song that's going on where ladies will put their index finger in their mouths and they would shake, 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 and then they would go down and then go up, shaking their ass, right? That's the problem. The problem with that is there's a lot of young ladies that are dancing like that I filtered out of my algorithm, because TikTok, when you watch one video mistakenly, they will filter more stuff like you're into it. I'm here to say on this honest podcast, absolutely, I'm not into that shit. I'm at the ripe age of 30. Obviously, I'm not a predator. Obviously, I'm not a pedophile. I hate that TikTok allow that type of content to flourish on TikTok and Facebook too, because of the age that these young ladies are dancing into that song. And I feel that there are a lot of young ladies, because they think it's cute, they think that it's acceptable. I wish social media will filter those things out, because to be honest with you, there are a lot of creeps, there are a lot of pedophiles, there are a lot of predators out here in this world. Right? So when you've got social media, and I'm here to say I like social media. 70% of my business is on social media. So from a business perspective, I've got to like social media. But there's a time and a place that social media kind of goes too far. And it's a lot of young ladies, and young men too, but young ladies that are doing these dances and think it's cute because we can go trending, and it's inappropriate. With that song alone, I've seen teams of these teenagers, or some of them were young in college, but teenagers on like a volleyball team, for an example, doing that trend as a team. And these young ladies that went viral for they're on the volleyball team, they all are at, probably if they're high school, they're at the age between 15 and 17, right? So you can only imagine that's weird as fuck, right? So there should be, and then if I was the coach of a team, of that young team, I would tell my team, hey, don't do those type of trends, because that's not cute. You guys are young ladies. You got to respect each other as young ladies. So don't do that trend, right? I've seen some colleges do it, right? Even I wouldn't even do that, you know. And again, college girls are doing it. I'm like, okay, there's got to be some regulation when it comes down to doing these little trends because it's not a trend or a dance is tasteful. It is a very sexual, sensual dance, right? And that's why I'm cold-hearted about it, because it's a very sexual dance that these young ladies are doing, and it's not appropriate, I feel. And when it's not appropriate, come on. When it's not appropriate, it just doesn't look right. And if I seen that kind of stuff, I'm flipping away from it quickly because, again, I'm not a predator, so I'm not going to jail for that kind of thing. So it's kind of disgusting if you ask me. Really, really disgusting. But people just like, hey, there's some disgusting people in this world. So I do think we should, Instagram, TikTok should filter those type of things because it's not attractive for people out there in the media. Will they do it? Probably not, because those social media platforms, they prey on things like that. Oh, there's my weight. You just rolling. But like I said, I do wish that people won't do trends like that, but it's there. I don't own TikTok, I don't own Instagram, so I'm doing this wrong. So I can't really vouch for them when it comes down to things like that. But I really wish they would filter those things out. I really wish they would filter out there's a lot of explicit content in general, right? There's a lot of women showing their poo na 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 on Instagram, and that's not normal. It's not normal. It's like women, and guys are doing it too, right, with their bodies, but men and women, they're sexualizing their body because they feel, they feel like that's the only thing they can do, right? And that shouldn't be the case, but there's a lot of women who are showing ass, who are showing coochie, who are showing titties, right? And a lot of these gym influencers, I think I talked about this last week, a lot of gym influencers, like you could be a gym influencer and showing a workout, but again, I don't need to see an ass shot. But women, and guys do it too, I'm not just targeting women, gym influencers, you see a lot of their camera shots, it's their ass, right? And they could be doing a workout that works out their core or their front, but the camera angle is always ass, right? So women feel like they gotta sexualize for social media because that's what gets them the clicks. Guys do it too, right? What guys do is they show their abdomen, but then they're going to have their shorts really, really short enough so you can see their pubic hair, but they won't show you their full penis. They'll be up just close just to tease people on social media. I don't do that because obviously I've got a reputation to keep. I have different job positions that is very front-facing, and I'm pretty popular on the institution I work at, so I wouldn't do it, but there are people who do it, because they feel like that's the end all be all. Like I need to overly sexualize my body at the gym because that's what gives me the likes and clicks. Not really showing you the actual exercise that I'm doing, but I'm gonna show you my ass. And then women will turn around and say, oh, he's creepy, he's looking at my ass. Well, no, because you're strategically doing it. Women, y'all smart. We know what you're doing, right? You're smart. So you know when you set up that camera and you gotta do the, RDLs, right? You're doing the RDLs, your camera's gonna be on your ass. You could be working on your RDLs and it's showing your leg and your front core, but no, it's gonna be the ass shot. That's the money shot, right? And I'm not targeting just women. Men do it too, where, hey, a man gotta set up the camera, I'm gonna take my full shirt off, pose for you, and it's good to be proud of your progress, but then I'm gonna pull down my pants just a little bit so you can imagine what my penis looked like. You can imagine, have a fantasy of what my dick will look like, right? It happens. It happens, y'all. Right? We're in that society. So that's why I'm forming this podcast, because not only it's a podcast, but I'm showing you legit workout exercises that I know how to do to give you an idea of how I'm getting the gains. And I'm not showing you my dick or my ass, right? I'm showing you the muscle tone and the actual workout. So that's why I want to make a change into that. Excuse me. I want to make a change into that song, because it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song to listen to when you're in the gym, by far, right? But young ladies, y'all should not be dancing sexually to these songs because of your age, and then posting it on social media for predators and perverts and pedophiles to like, comment, and share, right? And I think, I'm not blaming the young girls who's doing it. I blame the parents, because if it's a young girl that's doing it, it's probably a young parent that's okaying this stuff. And it's never good to okay these kind of things, but people are okaying this behavior. Their parents are okaying this behavior because it's young parents. I'm a firm believer that young parents do not know how to parent their kids because they're young parents, right? I'm a firm believer in that. So I think it's up to the parents to say, okay, little Destiny, you're 15. You shouldn't be dancing like that and posting on social media. First of all, you shouldn't even have social media at age 15. So that should tell you something right there. When I was 15, many moons ago, I didn't have social media when I was 15. I think when I first started to have social media is when I turned 17, I think, right? So I hope it changes. To a lot of fellas out there, look out for that kind of thing. Unsubscribe to that kind of thing, because if you subscribe into that shit, you're a pedophile. You're a pervert. You're a predator if you subscribe to those things. Now, for my men who absolutely don't subscribe to those things, good for you. You're doing the right thing. But for my fellas out there in the world, that you are subscribing to that kind of thing, underage, not legal women, young ladies, little girls dancing sexually to these songs, you need help. You need some help, right? So that's the way I do it. So I'm going to wrap up the podcast here today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys so very much for listening, staying tuned, watching me work out and being goofy on this episode. I love you guys so very much. Please stay tuned. Ned McCain episode 2 is available right now. Take a listen. It's a great show. And also listen to What Had Happened Was podcast. The current episodes are out. We got new episodes coming this week. And also Coffee Talk will be back, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. Maybe Monday night. We'll see. We love you guys. Thank y'all so much. Pieces. This has been the Kennedy Lucas Lift Mindset podcast, powered and presented by iHeartRadio. We love you guys. Peace out.